Peace, blessings, and shalom. All praise and glory be to our Heavenly Father. That your will be done on earth. Hallowed be thy name. Psalms 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom should I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom then should I go in dread? When evildoers close in on me to devour me, it is my adversaries, my enemies, who stumble and fall. Should an army encamp against me, my heart would have no fear. If armed men should fall upon me, even then I would be undismayed. One thing I ask of the Lord, it is the one thing I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple, for he will hide me in his shelter in the day of misfortune. He will conceal me under cover of his tent, set me high on a rock. Now my head will be raised high above enemy all about me. So I shall acclaim him in his tent with sacrifice and sing a song of praise to the Lord. Hear, Lord, when I call aloud. Show me favor and answer me. Come, my heart has said, seek his presence. I seek your presence, Lord. Do not hide your face from me, nor in your anger turn away your servant, whose help you have been. God, my Savior, do not reject me or forsake me. Though my father and my mother forsake me, the Lord will take me into his care. Teach me your way, Lord. Do not give me up to the greed of my enemies. Lead me by a level path to escape the foes who beset me. Liars breathing malice come forward to give evidence against me. Well, I know that I shall see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait for the Lord, be strong and brave, and put your hope in the Lord, the Most High, Living One. You see, and it's just the truth. My mom and dad, they gave me up or whatever, but the Father I always look towards the Father inside my mind, inside my conscience, because I just couldn't trust people like that. I didn't want to. The Bible said, trust no man because he will deceive you. And people say they love you and show it, and some people don't. I said I love people, showed it, and then I didn't. It was up and down because wrestling with the flesh, trying to get it under submission, so therefore then you can work on your thoughts and your deeds. You know what I mean? Well, deeds come along with the flesh. He's conquering that flesh. Is something else when you have so much temptation around you, and you do. But you are who you are, and you step away from what you know to be bad. If you know it's bad, if it's weighing on you, then you step away from it. I am in the land of the living, but some people are still asleep, and I could still be asleep. I could be the one that think he's conscious, but really I'm the one that's asleep. You just never know. But if I am sleeping, I have the days of rest, and then I don't. You know, um, I haven't lately. I haven't been really able to sleep lately. I've been drinking a lot of coffee too. I need to stop. And drinking it with no sugar no more though. Just black. I don't know why I'm even drinking it. I think it's just another thing wrestling with because it takes up my time now, drinking a little cup of coffee and reading my Bible and painting and trying to get the foundation, the homestead right. Um, but I do wish I had a relationship with my children, but it's things happen for whatever reason. But um, some things you have no control over. You don't have no control over what somebody else does. But my thing is this will affect my son for the rest of his life. And he will ask a question one day, you know, because I know my son wants to see me, but I can't even talk to him. But I can't talk to my other son like that neither. Why I can if I write him a letter or wait till he respond back and stuff like that. But I'm just so ready for him to come home. He's been locked up so long. And now my other one's locked away from me in the real world. And that's crazy. Another prison guard has him. But, it could be the Father's will for, whatever is going on with that situation. It could really have something to do with me, and that's why I pray. And I pray so I can try to get right, and stay on the right track. If I'm on the wrong track. I mean, I see people who engage in stuff way worse than me, but that in itself is an eye beholder because I have thoughts. You know what I mean? My thoughts could be worse than their thoughts. You know what I mean? And I am just trying to get an understanding of all of it, and maybe I shouldn't. You know, he to try to save his life shall lose his life, but I ain't trying to save my life. I'm trying to live my life, and all I know how to do is live and push forward. To go on, to stay strong, to deal with whatever comes my way. I don't really have a choice in the matter. Um, it really hurts though, not seeing my son that's in the world. You know what I mean? That's an unbearable pain because you don't even know if he's alive. You don't talk to him, you don't see him, you don't know if he's being abused or nothing. You don't know nothing. And I hate to let go of him, but, with the situation like it is, I think, I guess she don't want me to see him again. And I guess that would be the plan because you can't just bring a person, especially someone's son, in and out of their life. It's not fair to him. It's not fair to me. So if I'm going to have to disconnect from him, then I will because when she does let me see him, and I give him back, I no telling when the next time I see him. So I don't want to do that to him. It wouldn't be fair to him. It's like it's not fair to him for him not to spend no time with his dad. He only has one, and I'm not promised the rest of my life. But it is what it is. Um, I forgive. I forgive you for not letting him come and spend time with me or letting me come get him. I forgive you, and I wish for you to be safe. You know, I just ask the Father to bring judgment on this situation. I ask for Michael, archangels, Raphael, Uriel, all the Holy Ghost, if it pleases the Father. Hallowed be His name for them to stand up for the children, because I would stand up for my child, any one of them. I have my life. Just, let them live. I wouldn't want my life just to be going for just my two kids though, but every other generation that's coming up now. If I had to lay down my life, but Christ did that, and died for our sins. Messiah, Yeshua, Mashiach, and I I feel the same way, kind of, but not to that extreme to where, I mean, the world beats us all up, and that's how you know that you're going in the right path. You have to be, because there's some people that's just smiling every day. They smile every day, and I try to smile and count my blessings for breathing, because that's what I have to depend. That's what I have in my life, is my breath. And I wake up, I have my breath, and I have my family around, and we're all struggling, and we're going through our situations with our family members and our spouses, and work situations, and just everything, just life. And I just want us to have peace, all to have peace, and I have temporary peace because um, I have to pray, because I can't see my son. I can't see my son, and I don't know why I can't see my son. I know why, but that's a person making a decision, because they took him. They could bring him by to see me, like, or even let me talk to him. Like, I can't even talk to him. Like, am I that bad of a person? And I know I'm not, because this is our son. And you've been locked up 4 times, 3 or 4 times, 3 or 4 months each time. And he's by my side, and I take care of him, and I took care of you. I put money on your books and stuff. And for me not to be able to see our son, and I always took care of him when you weren't there to help take care of, and I had to get by for all of us. It's a crying shame that you could do something like that. I just can't see that in you. I never saw that in you. I never saw such. Um, I can't even say what that is, because I don't want to wish bad on you because you're his mom, and I don't want to say you're a bad person. You have your reasons, but know that you got to reap what you sow. If I said something, then I'm reaping what I sowed. Me disciplining my child is never wrong. Because someone will shoot him down if he can disrespect you and disrespect me in our own home. And he huff and puff and don't want to get up and clean up after himself, and just different things of that nature. And I know it's hard, but he didn't have much to do. And so it's just responsibility, because he's going to have to learn that, because you're showing him right now people ain't guaranteed to be in his life. You're showing him that right now by taking his dad out of his life. I'm out of his life, and without me, he wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? At least not with you. I maybe could have planted that seed somewhere else. And yes, he belongs to the Father, but he's still my son, and I should be able to see him. But I pray for you, man, and like I say, I forgive you. But when you know that you go through a time, and you go through things, because it says, even say, don't go to bed angry. You know what I mean? Don't go to bed mad. And I always try to not go to bed mad. I be upset about things, but in my mind, I calm myself down, and that's why I separate myself from someone. I apologize. But this is different, because this is my blood and it's your blood. This is not. This is our soulmate together. Our soulmate, not us being soulmates, but this is our soulmate. We came together. Our souls came together. Our flesh came together, and we had this soul that's part of both of us. And I can't see him, and I've been with him most of his life. Probably more than you, because you was working when I wasn't working, and I had him. But yeah, and I love my son because he's innocent and he ain't been in too much trouble, but none trouble really, other than being at home and being hard-headed and talking back and huffing puffing. But he's still my angel, and I would not abuse him. But I would let him know that people will hurt you for words you say, for stealing, for lying, for cheating, for doing anything that will hurt them. They will try to hurt you back, and they will hurt you more than I will ever hurt you. You're my son. I would die for you. No, in a heartbeat. I'm sorry. And the Father gave me my life, and I should lay my life down for no one but the Father. But I just know I would rather for me to be in pain than for you to be in pain. And so that's why you're away from me, because I was causing you pain. Then I'd rather for you to be away from me and stay away from me and be happy and just be safe and always pray, Davion, always pray to the Father. And He will be there to comfort you when no one else is. And I can be there, or where your mom can be there. And the Father is there for you, son, as I am here for you. And as long as I have conscience, I will always think of you, and I will always pray of you. Some days are better than others. Some days I want to bust out crying, but I'm trying to hold back my tears for you. But my heart cries inside, though. I just don't want to grieve my spirit, and but I'm not grieving it. Someone else is. And you're not supposed to grieve the Holy Spirit. It's going to be judgment on us all. You know what I mean? And I'm trying. I don't know what to do. I truly don't, because I don't have no control over the situation other than taking vengeance in my own hands, and I'm just not going to do that. It's for what? Fight his mom over my son, over our son? No. What am I going to do? Hurt her? Or what am I going to do? You know what I mean? All I can do is pray. Pray that she open up her eyes. Like, really? Like, come on, man. You had issues with your mom abandoning you. Now you're going to make it so the dad is abandoning his son, even though it's not my intentions. But that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? And anything could happen to you. I pray don't nothing happen to you. But if something happened to you in a blink of an eye, Davion, who in your family gonna get a hold of me? Who's going to call me and say, hey, you got to come and get your son? But clearly, something is very wrong with the situation. And, but it's okay. The Father know. The Father know what is He going to do in the situation. It's going to be done. The Father will shall be done. So, it's not good though. I know it. I feel it. I feel it's not good because the way I feel ain't good. You know what I mean? But I'm accepting it. You know what I mean? And I'm not even trying to say nothing else bad to you. I said some things out of anger because I wanted to see my son. So yeah, I threatened you too. I threatened you because, like I say, I kill over my son probably, and thou shalt not. But I will try to protect my family. I try to protect her and anybody else if it's a serial killer. They know it's a serial killer, and I can help. I'm try to help. If I can, I think I will. I don't know. Someone trying to hurt a child or kidnap a child, and I know they are, and it's not their child. Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's really beyond me, and so I just, I don't forsake you, son. I don't forsake you. I love you with all my heart, and I would spend every second of every minute of every day with you if I could, if I was allowed to. But I can't. That's not up to me. But again, though my father and my mom forsake me, I say, though my dad and my mom forsake me, I don't forsake you. and you have one Father in heaven, hallowed be his name. You have one Father. And I know he has to be watching over you. I pray he's watching over you more than he watch over me. Because you're one of my joys, dude. Straight up. And you have brought my life so much joy. And so have my other children. But even though I spend time with them, they still bring me joy. Just the thought of them. Seeing their face, looking at their pictures, old pictures, but still all the same. I don't have no recent picture of you, Davion. You stop having pictures or whatever. And so, um, but if you are mad at me, son, know that I'm sorry for whatever I said to you. I don't know what I said to you, and I get on your butt, and I still love you, and you know that. So I know it's something else. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It got something to do with something else, and I I pray, man, that you're okay, cause it hurts not being able to hear from you and know that you're okay. Even though someone says you're okay, but when you're in a relationship for years and someone just take off and always just take off and never let to see the child is beyond me. I would never do that. If we split up, we split up. If I got him, you can see him whenever you wish. He's your son. He has one mom, have one dad. I mean, what is a crazy person? If that ain't one, I'm sorry. You have to snap out of it, Stephanie, please. Snap out of it, because tomorrow's not promised for me and it's not promised for you. It's not even promised for our son. But we can work out some schedule where you have time with him, I have time. I say, I wouldn't take him from you. If you want to keep him with you, you can keep him with you. But he needs to see both of us and have a relationship with both of us. Because that's cause and effect. Someone's causing that, and I'm not causing that. You're causing that because you took him. And when you took him, you had the choice to bring him back to spend time with me. But if you're in your feelings and you're doing it out of spite, you're going to be judged for that. And that's the only thing it can be, because he don't have no say so on whether or not you bring him to see me. He's a child. You bring him to see me so we can talk and I can spend time with him. You know, that's just the way it is. You know, and because you say he said he didn't want to. Well, if he playing video games, he probably don't want to. What kid wanted to be that? Beside the point, it's been 2 months. I haven't seen him. And then, not only that, every time he was in jail, he never wanted to talk to you because he was on the phone playing with his phone. But that's why, because he playing the game, and that's what he want to do. And so the game is more important to you. He don't understand, like we understand. Well, some people understand. Um, his mind, his brain ain't developed. How you listening to a child? You're the adult. You don't listen to the child. You teach the child. You make the child obey you so the child can stay in line. Because if he's not obeying you, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a serious problem on your hand because you're going to get bigger than you. And, if it's a man of the Lord that you find yourself with, uh, you don't really want no one disciplining my child, but I rather someone discipline my child than for someone to shoot my child down in the street. Over nothing, or stab him over nothing, over some material stuff or an argument because they stole some from him or he stole some from, however. Um, I would really wish that I could be there though and really still teach my son every day something, share something with him that I have learned along my way and that I'm still learning today. But I can't, and right now, I mean, I'm sure if I really press the issue, and I tried to go seek out and find, probably could, but if I say I believe in the Father and His will being done, that's what I believe. His will shall be done. Your will was done when you took off with my son and refused to let him spend time with me. Um, that's your will. You have free will to do that. Just like I've always had free will to come and go as you please. You're a grown woman. Just like I'm a grown man, you know. But when it comes to our child, that's something we both share in. And so I don't know how I got way over there, family, but um, I I'm trying to be patient and trying to have long suffering and endurance, man. But it's really hard. It weighs on me at times, but I still look to the Father and say, you said the meek shall inherit the earth, the lowly, the humble. I think those are the ones that's persecuted by. You got to persecute someone in order to persecute someone. There's nothing really material that I care about like that, where somebody calling, where I'm going to stress out about it. I lose these cars and RV or whatever, and even get kicked off the land or whatever. I will grow and move on for that. But my seed, my child, is my child. To not see him is persecution. Just like my son was prosecuted and thrown in prison, that's persecution. So know that you're persecuting me by not letting me spend time with my son. You're persecuting me. And I accept the persecution because it could be a part of my atonement. My atonement. But that's from my past life, my past deeds, my past thoughts, whatever I did. But you're going to be accountable for what you're doing. May not be today. And if you stop it, um, I'm pretty sure the Father will have mercy on you because you have a mercy on me by letting me see my seed. But if you don't stop what you're doing, Father, have mercy on you because it's not right, because you're affecting him too. If you're trying to hurt me, I'm going to get by. I've been here and done this before, going without my children. So it's something that I would be able to do again. And before I was in prison, and it was a lot harder because I had no control over anything. I could not run and break free if someone was trying to hurt them, or if someone was hurt on them. I wasn't sleeping in the same house. I was in prison. So it's a lot harder. But being that I'm out and free, I got other things I can try to do to fill my time up. And I have my freedom, somewhat, but I don't have my complete freedom because I don't have my boys and my children. So that said, I'm going to get off here because this video probably going to take forever to upload. And hey, I don't need nobody hearing my boo-hooing. But yeah, I love my seed. Some man don't want to be around their seed. I want to be around my seed, grandchildren alike, but people judge me for my past and don't think about the man that I'm in the future as if their husbands, their friends, their people that they've known along this way has been perfect. But no, dad got to be perfect. Uncle got to be perfect. Brother got to be perfect, right? You know what I mean? Like it's strange to me. It's very strange, but um, I'm not perfect. I never will be. And I don't know how to be the best dad, but I know that I continue to be a good dad because my boy never went without eating no good meals. I want him to lose some weight, yeah, because he's a big one. And most everybody know he's bigger than you. He's only 11. He's almost bigger than me. You know what I mean? And he's a healthy boy. He's been well taken care of because I give him my plate, and he knows that if the times we was having hard times, you was locked up, me and him out here, and I barely getting by. I know he might still be hungry, I wouldn't eat. And so I lost a lot of weight because I made sure my son was eating first. He was with me. So I made sure he ate and was full. Even though I was hungry, but I had to give up my plate for my son many nights, because we both had plates, but I see the way he was coughing his down, and I wanted my boy to go to bed with a full stomach and stuff. So I always gave him my, he left most of mine on my plate so that way he could finish it. But yeah, I love you, Davion. And again, Stephanie, I forgive you. And hopefully, let me see him sometime soon. And I hope you guys, or at least, are alive and okay. Because I don't have no grudge or no hard feelings against you because that's not my nature no more. It's not my life to it's not my right to judge you. Um, the Father, is the ultimate judge, but we have to realize and believe that the Father exists. I know because I'm going through what I'm going through. But that's not just with Davion. I've been going through that with Shawan, being locked up for so long, and um, I don't know. Let me get off here though, because I'm babbling on, and I'm sorry, family, my personal business, but it's not really my son. I want my son to be a light to the world, so it's not really personal. I want my son to walk in the spirit and in truth and in love and in faithfulness and mercy and empathy and compassion and loving his neighbors. He loved the Father and he loved himself, but and don't have bad thoughts. You know what I mean? I wanted to work on his thoughts first, so that way he knows. Because if he go around and he's influenced by other kids and other people and all sorts of people, there's all sorts of things he's gonna get into, and then you're here, you're there, and he's with someone else. Telling what he can be watching and doing. But hey, it's life. Peace, blessings, and shalom, family. May um, Michael stand up for the children, and uh, Elijah, all of them, Enoch, all of them, yeah, come down and stand up for the children because I'm trying. I don't know how, I can't. I don't have that much power. All I have is prayer. And sometimes my prayer might be tainted because I'm upset, and when I'm upset, I could think something wrong, and I don't want that to go to a person and hurt them, or hurt me because of a bad thought, even wishing some bad on someone because they're inflicting pain on you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. That's not right. That's not right. I don't want to do that. So, um, I again, I say, let's give praise and glory to our Heavenly Father. And that was Psalms 27. The blew way back on 11. Darion, my son, is 11. The wind blew it. But yeah, I love you, Darion. I love you, Stephanie. Um, and I wish peace upon you. And I wish your heart to be lightened and that you'll be blessed. If it be the Father's will still. Just like I do for um, all my son's mothers, whether it's, Patricia or Chantel or Tracy. Yeah, I have baby mamas. Might have a few more out there. But this, when I was a child, I had a lot of time in my hands because my mom and dad wasn't there. I ran away at 12 and had to grow up. I felt like I had to grow up and take care of myself because my mom and dad wasn't there, and my grandmother was older. That's just common sense. She's not going to be around all that long for me. I'm going to still be here, and ain't nobody here like she was for me. Except now my TT and my TT, Michelle and Doug, you know, and I got other people that come by and see me, like my cousin Rory. He comes to see me, and I see my other family out and about, and a couple of my friends. Yeah, yeah, friends. I guess I can call them my friends because I ain't got to ask them for nothing. If they know I'm in need, they say, you need a couple of dollars, you need something. And that's even to this day with a job, you know. Um, that's love, and I love them. And that's Reese and all of them, Derek and Red, you know. And I got other people in my family that has done for me, that will probably do for me in a heartbeat. I know they most likely will. Um, but it's a separation going on. Separation between the weed and the tear, the sheep and the goat. I don't want to be a goat. I think I'm part of the lost sheep because I'm lost. I'm lost, but I'm found. I feel like I'm lost and found. I feel like I'm in the lost and found. Straight up. I really do. I really do feel like I'm in the lost and found, man. So it's kind of hard to be completely sad about even losing my child because I've been lost. I was a lost child without my mom and dad. So I was already on the hand of the spectrum because it was already something that I wanted in my life even then. I wanted my mom and dad, and that caused me pain. I didn't have them. I couldn't make them be in my life. Just like I can't make you bring him in my life. But it causes me pain all the same. You should know that. It's your child. But you do want to go without him like that for 2 months. Well, you did. While he was in jail. And you know it wasn't a good feeling. Going one night without him, to me, is it's very hard. But somehow, well, not somehow, but because of all praise and glory be to the Father. Hallowed be his name. If it wasn't for the Father, man, you know, tell him what I do. I probably commit suicide or something to kill myself. But I ain't gonna kill myself because my other son's locked up and I wanna see him when he come home. And my grandbabies, my daughters and stuff. But they have situations going on themselves. And so I love them. And I wish that they have peace and joy and that they work their things out with their husbands because they're going through it too. I don't know if they can be salvaged or not, but both of them, supposedly, my daughters. Oh, I don't know if both of them got a divorce. One of them did. I don't know if the other one did or not. And I don't want to speak on their life like that. It's a sad thing that's going on in this world today. But it's written, you know, husband against the wife, wife against the husband, son against dad, dad against son, mom against daughter, daughter against mom, brother against brother, sister against sister, kingdom against kingdom, silver unrest, types of stuff. But yeah. So it is what it is. Hey, Father, help us. Please help us.